All right, friends, it's T-Man. We're back again with another Jason Blaha video. The bomba clot himself, man. The gym lifting, recruiting, fitness gear slave. And I guess he's no longer a coach because all his clients have run away after watching my slave videos. All right. So I got to react to Blaha. Blaha says how body fat impacts strength on the squat, bench, press, and deadlift. Body fat? It doesn't, but okay.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I thought I would chat with you guys and gals about something that is actually really heavily understood in the strength world, but a lot of times people don't understand it, and that is that body fat itself and water weight gain absolutely improve your bench press and your squat, irrespective of muscle gains. And so
No, I'll say body fat doesn't improve your squat, bench press, or deadlift, okay? Or OHP. The water weight will improve your concentric lifting. That's a known fact. That's why people take creatine. So creatine allows for more water to circulate in your muscles. Well, yeah, so there's a separation there in your muscle fibers where the motor units attach to. They're giving you, you're able to get more force production out of your muscle fibers. Okay. So does that make you stronger though, physically stronger? Absolutely not. That just makes you better at concentric lifting, for this exuding more force production at eccentric lifting. But your muscles are still weak in the eccentric. If you were to get that load to come down, boom, you're gonna rip that muscle right off the bone because you're a weak motherfucker. Get it? So when he says strong, I'm really not understanding what he means by strength. You see, in bodybuilding, we get strong muscles, big strong muscles, and we get strength because we do eccentric lifting. And remember, you can load more on the eccentric overload than you could on concentric. You could lift more going down on the eccentric than you could on the concentric. So therefore, you are going to be stronger at all your lifts if you're a real bodybuilder. And you're going to have real muscle. Yeah. Guess what? And you're not going to get injured. Yeah. You're going to be physically super fucking strong like Superman.
this creates a bit of a conundrum for people because you'll get people who, when they cut, they're like, why is my
Cut when they cut, I know, because you're all gonna say, but they put in the work. The steroid people, they put in the work. They build muscles. Yeah, it didn't work before. They put in the work when they did concentric, right? So why did they have to take steroids? Because it didn't work. So if you keep doing the exact same thing and trying to get a different outcome because you took steroids, you're going to get the same outcome. You just got something cosmetic. When you go to your doctor, he says cosmetic. He doesn't say building muscle. He says you're taking it for cosmetic purposes. Cosmetics means fake. The word cosmetic means temporary, means fake, temporary. When you put, oil in your muscles, that's fake. When you put Botox in your face, that's cosmetic, it's fake. All these things, even these spheres, like they inject these sphere things in your bones in your face. That too is temporary because it's cosmetic. It's fake. You understand what fake is, what cosmetic is? Okay. Now, if you were on steroids and you actually built muscle concentrically, if you actually did real concentric exercises, you went through these damaging sessions, will you build muscle? Of course. Has nothing to do with steroids. I'm not saying steroids, they don't synthesize protein. Of course they do. But synthesizing protein doesn't mean that muscles keep building because they're synthesizing. Oh, I got protein synthesis now. I worked out in the gym 24 hours, protein synthesis. I need to go load protein synthesis. Okay, you did, right? How come your muscles aren't growing? Because you're just putting back what you lost. You didn't damage anything. You didn't activate the growth factors. They're activated in eccentric exercise. Duh. Get it, man? You still have to build muscle in the natural world, eccentrically. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it, and don't complain about fake natties, okay? Shut the fuck up.
my bench and my squat going down, but some of my other lifts are not? It will throw them off a bit because sometimes people will be on the cut and their deadlifts may improve a hair. Right, they lose some body fat though. The bench starts going down first, the squat starts going down second. And the thing is, this is something a lot of coaches note, a lot of coaches have understood, and this has actually been studied in the lab. So Strength and conditioning researchers have actually studied this in lifters, athletes, power lifters, football players on the three classic lifts. And one of the things they noted is that bench press is most heavily correlated with body weight out of the big three lifts. On average, not saying every person automatically, around the world, but on average, they know.
Yeah, okay, whatever, Blaha. Man, this guy doesn't know anything about lifting or bodybuilding. I'm just mesmerized. How can someone have such a massive following? Massive. These people, these influencers, they have massive followings and they don't know anything about how fucking muscles build, bro. Get it? It's fucking crazy. I'm mesmerized, bro. Fuck me, man. This is really stupid. The entire internet is stupid. All of YouTube is stupid. It can make you crazy.
Squat second, and then deadlift is the least correlated. And so when you look at that, it makes sense, and especially.
Look, I don't even know what the fuck he's mumbling about, bro. He just keeps talking, but it doesn't make any sense, fucking. You understand me? The intelligent people, they break it down. They make it simplistic. Eccentric overload. That's it, bro. You're going to build muscle and get super strong. There you go. It's simplistic. You don't have to go and keep talking about crazy shit all day. Because what? He's entertaining people with fake shit?
Yet body fat seems to interfere with deadlifts, but it gives an enormous benefit to the bench press. So another one.
Body fat interferes. It interferes. It's bad for you. But here's the thing. The thing with body fat, it's like you're wearing. Okay, I'll explain this. Okay, here's the thing. People are gonna say, well, if you get fat, if you carry a lot of body fat, then your strength will increase. It's not the fat that's increasing your strength. It's because if you put on 50, 60, 70 pounds of fat, right? Well, that's just like putting on a weighted vest on your body. You have to carry that weight around. Okay, how does your body compensate? Well, it's going to have to increase the size of the muscles. Why? Why does it do that? And maybe some bone mineral density. Why does it have to increase it? Because that's a lot of weight to carry. You're being weighed down by gravity. Remember, eccentric exercise? Gravity. So when Blaha says that, well, fat will increase your strength, well, it doesn't. The fat itself doesn't increase it. What happens is the weight of the fat weighing down on your muscles and your bone will cause them to expand, making them stronger. Get it? And that's going to give you more force production. See what I mean? But that's a stupid way to do that. I think that's ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, the water weight? Yeah, water. So water in your muscles, when they expand, they give you some strength too. Not a lot, but they give you some force production. But does that make your muscles stronger, the water weight? No, absolutely not. Okay, the fat, when you gain a lot of fat, does that make your muscles a bit stronger? Yeah, a little bit stronger because you're carrying all that weight, all that fat, dude. That's a lot of fat to be carrying. See what I mean? Your body has to compensate by giving you muscle. It has to compensate. So when you see these big fat dudes lifting big heavy weight, like you see them in these competitions and shit, well, of course they're taking steroids too. They are taking steroids. So the combination of steroids and them being super fat and actually their muscles are forced to expand, giving them more strength. Of course they're going to be stronger. Duh. It's kind of obvious.
I am Butch Loxon. I'm a Los Angeles-based artist.
Obviously helps. Muscle obviously helps on the bench press. It's the most important factor. But the thing is,
of course it does. That's why people do these crazy bulk diets or get fat. They want to get fat because they don't realize it. It's not the bulk. It's not building any muscles, okay? And then you lose it because you're cutting. That's just stupid. It's the bulk because you got fat. Your body expanded because it has to carry that weight. If you were to put on 20 pounds of fat, your body has to compensate with, I don't know, maybe 5 pounds of muscle. I can't tell you exactly. It has to carry that 20 pounds. Have you ever walked around with a 20-pound weight dumbbell in a backpack on your back? Feel how heavy that is to walk around all day with 20 pounds on your back. See what I mean? So how do these people do it? They just get fat. They get fat and carry it around. So then the body slowly compensates by expanding. You understand me? The muscles, they expand. But when you lose that 20 pounds of fat, guess what? There goes the muscle. It'll go away. Not right away. It's not going to go away right away, because usually you can lose that fat quite quickly. It could go away. There's still something there in the muscle. See what I mean? So people are just doing like tricks, fooling. They're like, well, I'll gain muscle if I bulk, because the muscles will expand. They'll give me something, right? Like, people are crazy, bro. They'll just do anything. Bulk diets, creatine, SARMs, crazy shit, anything, because concentric exercises do not build bodies. Like I said, if you're uncomfortable to do eccentric exercise, if you're uncomfortable being damaged for days and growing muscles, then don't do it. And then don't complain about it. Get it? Go do your fake bulk diets and fake creatines and shit and be happy.
On the bench, as you gain body fat itself, some things happen with your leverages, right? To where it starts cutting range of motion, changes leverages in the pecs against the muscle and everything. And what ultimately ends up happening is that body fat gain increases the bench faster. Now the problem...
No, it doesn't. Body fat gain doesn't increase the bench faster. Body fat gain increases the muscle expansion of the muscle fibers and maybe some bone. I don't know. Okay? That's what it does. So when you go under the bench, it's because you gained muscle because of weight bearing, this weight bearing of the fat onto the muscle. Get it? Like I said, try walking around with a 20-pound dumbbell in a knapsack all day and see how you feel. Trust me, you're not gonna be happy walking around with 20 pounds in a backpack. You're not gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna like it.
The problem with this idea is that then guys assume, well, then bulking must improve it, because if we bulk faster...
No, bulking doesn't improve it. What improves it is the amount of weight that is bearing down from the fat on your muscle and your bone, dumbass.
And the strength is going up more, we're getting more progressive overload, so therefore it's going to be more growth. But that's not...
You're getting more progressive overload in fat, eccentrically, gravity going down. That's how muscles are built. They're built when the lowering of the weight eccentrically with gravity. Duh.
What is seen in the data itself.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
whatever.
It's the extra weight you are moving isn't creating extra tension on the muscles, and that is really what people have to understand with that. Okay? They have to understand it is not creating extra tension on the muscles, it is making the lift easier, right? It's giving you squish, it's giving you padding, it's changing the ranges of motion, okay? And this is, again, it's been noted, and many coaches have noted this, and this is why you've even seen guys like Wendler say, yeah, you can eat your way to a bigger bench press. So in other words, you take someone like me.
I love this one. You can eat your way to a bigger bench press. Well, there are alternatives where you're in a positive nitrogen balance, where you're like in an anabolic state, a growth state. Therefore, you have converted the catabolic hormone to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, giving you maximum force production. Because remember, myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles in PubMed, right? That's what it says. It says, in PubMed, it says, myocytic androgen receptor controls that strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. Okay, forget about the mass. We're just talking about the force production, okay? What he's doing concentrically, the force production. We're adding to force production. Okay, if we convert the catabolic hormone to an androgen, then it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, giving us what? Maximum force production, like it says in PubMed. Get it? So there you go. See what I mean? But what controls the mass of the limb muscles? It's easy. Gravity controls the mass of the limb muscles. There you go. Get it? Gravity. That's what controls it. If you go in space, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get skinny. When you get down on Earth, you're going to expand. So what controls it? Gravity, and you have some mechanisms in your body, follistatin, myostatin, and what? The satellite cell. They control that.
Who does rep work with 315. You guys have seen me when I was a little heavier, pause bench 365. So someone like me could have just kept bulking to get to a 405, right? You can just get fatter.
Yeah, which is that's stupid though. Well, I could just get fatter because I want to cheat my way. I don't want to do any eccentric exercise. I don't want to damage my muscles. So I just want to get fat and keep bulking my way to a higher bench press. How retarded is that? How retarded is that? I can't build muscles concentrically, so I have to take steroids because I'm a genetic fucking a failure. Duh.
Even if your leverages are bad, like for me, I have long arms. It makes benching a little harder. I don't have the best leverages for it, but I have great deadlift leverages, which is
Oh yeah, sure he does. Of course he does. Yeah, sure.
why, my deadlift tends to be better than my bench relative to, my body weight. It makes sense, right?
You want to know why they're better? Because he takes steroids to lift them. He's injecting molecules which bind with the myocytic androgen receptor. Think about it. If I just told you that if you can convert the catabolic hormone to an androgen so it doesn't have to compete with myocytic androgen receptor, it gives you maximum force production when you're in a what? Anabolic growth state. How do you do that? Well, you have to eat a lot of calories. I don't know, 10,000 calories a day make you in anabolic growth state. You'll shut off the catabolic hormone. But how does Blaha do it? How does Blaha do it? Easy. He injects it. He injects it artificially in his body, and so it binds with the androgen receptor, the myocytic androgen receptor, which gives you what? Maximum force production. Get it? Strength production. It's kind of obvious. Look, you want it? You don't believe me? Look, man, I'll bring it up for you. So look, myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of what? The limb muscles, bro. Get it? See what I mean? It gives you maximum force production. Even here, they tell you here, what is this? Myostatic energy receptor. This is overview by, what is it? I never even looked at this. I should look at this. This is AI when it brings it up. It says the myostatic energy receptor is not a commonly recognized term in physiology, but based on the concept of maybe I typed this wrong. Fuck, I don't know why that came up like that. This is part of it. I didn't say myostatic. I said androgen receptor. I don't know why this thing brought it up, but this is an interesting read too. Duh, fuck, I need to look at this concept of myostatic relating to muscle tension and energy receptor. That's interesting too. Okay. Yeah, myocytic energy receptor, which researchers suggest primary controls muscle strength without significant affecting muscle mass in limb muscles. See, listen to this. It is likely referring to the myocytic androgen receptor AR, which researchers suggest primary controls muscle strength without what? Significantly affecting muscle mass in limb muscles. So, concentric exercise is known for what? It's known for what? For strength, right? For like this myocytic androgen receptor strength and fucking what do you call it? Nervous system strength. But guess what? That's what it controls, but it doesn't control muscle. It doesn't affect muscle mass in the limb muscles. Holy shit, bro! It doesn't affect it. So lifting a heavy weight doesn't affect muscle mass in the limb muscles. See what I mean? Concentrically, what you're doing there, that force production. People think it does because they take steroids and then they inject it. They think the steroids are binding with the receptor, making their muscles big. That's not true, because that strength, concentric, it doesn't have anything to do with strength. That's why they tell you myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. Why doesn't it control it? What controls the mass of the limb muscles? Myostatin, follistatin, and the satellite cell control it. Get it? And muscle damage. If there's no damage, then there's no muscle that is going to grow. The muscle mass will not grow because it activates. Remember, muscle damage activates the growth factors. Growth factors. See what I mean? But this is interesting. I might copy this. I don't know. I'll keep this. It's good to have. I don't know. Whatever. Key factors. Yeah, because the growth factors are what? Here, look. Myostatin negatively regulates satellite cell activation. Yeah, I know that. Hold on a second. So muscle damage activates resident muscle stem cells, also called satellite cells, and the inflammatory response. These responses work to gather to repair and regenerate the damaged muscle. See? There you go. It tells you right here, bro. Myoblast fusion, macrophage activation, myoblast fusion, vascularization. Muscle damage can occur from exercise, such as eccentric exercise. There you go. See? But it doesn't happen concentrically like people think it does. It doesn't happen like that, Borowski. It doesn't happen. I'll copy this and post it too in my community section. You can take a look at it if you like later. I don't know. It's up to you, man. So, yeah. Yeah, hold on a second. Yes, muscle damage triggers the activation and release of various growth factors, which are crucial for muscle regeneration, process stimulating, proliferating, differentiating stem cells, and yada, 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 repair damaged tissue and promote what? Muscle growth. But Concentric does not do that. Does not do that, broski. See that? So Blaha is just wasting his time. Like everybody else in the gym, wasting their time. They love to waste time, bro. People love to waste time, broski. So yeah. Anyways, I'll go back to the video. You get the gist of it.
It's my structure, and that's perfectly normal. We all have different structures, and we're all built for different lifts. You know, we're all built for different lifts, and I've seen guys who bench more than me at a lighter body weight with shorter arms who can't deadlift what I do. Friends of mine, clients of mine, different people I've known. Why? Well, because they've got shorter arms. Like they have a better leverage for the bench press and a worse leverage for the deadlift. It's just common sense, people, basic physics. And we all have different leverages. You know your strengths and weaknesses. It's a good idea to know them. It's a good idea. Can be helpful to you. But all that aside, sure, you can eat your way to a bigger bench because if you just gain fat, it will make the lift easier.
Again, you could eat your way to lifting a bigger bench. Why would you want to do that? That is just so dumb, man. You want to destroy your health? So you want to eat slave food and get fat so you could lift a heavier weight. How stupid is that? A lot of people do that. They put on a shitload of weight and then they're like, I'm stronger now. My lifts got stronger. Yeah, but you did it fakely, though. Fakely. You got fat to do it. That's crazy.
But accordingly, you can maintain all your muscle and technically all your force production.
Yeah, you know how you maintain it? You maintain that? You maintain it with the fat by staying fat. You're gonna look nasty, bro. That's nasty.
But as you lose body fat, your bench may go down a little bit.
Okay, when you lose the body fat, why does your bench go down so-called a little bit, like Blaha says? Because your muscle mass will go away because it doesn't need it anymore. See what I mean? That mass though that you built wasn't built from damaging it. It's just there temporarily because of the fat sustaining it.
Even if you haven't lost muscle, even if you've gained a little muscle, but you have that less squish and less padding.
Yeah, but you didn't build that muscle from lifting weights. You understand me? The mass on the muscle grew because you got fat. So what is the purpose of going to a gym? None of this makes any sense, bro. Fuck me, man. You're going to a gym because you want to build muscle, but you want to get fat because you can't build muscle doing eccentric exercises. It failed you. So I'm going to get fat and my bench went up because I grew muscles because I got fat because I'm carrying all this excessive weight on my body. So my gravity has to make my muscles expand. Okay? Oh, and so now I'm better at benching and squatting like a good little slave. What the fuck, man? This is stupid.
Bench can go down a little bit. Okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Happens.
Whatever, man.
I mean, I'm a perfect example. You guys remember when I was bulked up a little heavier? I had my best ever set. I did
Yeah, Blaha was at 300 pounds and still injecting steroids.
315 for 8. Cutting down is 315 for 4. I've done 325 for 3. And that's the best I've done recently.
Cutting down. He's taking steroids. He's compensating. Take steroids.
So for me at this point, you know, to get my bench back up, I've got to gain muscle, right? I just need more chest, more pec, more tricep. But it doesn't mean that I've necessarily lost muscle. It means I lost fat because I'm squatting more than I did before that bit of cutting and pulling just as much.
Look, if you carry excessive amount of water weight in your body, again, if you carry excessive amount of weight or water weight or fat, well, that weight is gonna weigh down on your body. Get it? You're on planet Earth, gravity, and so your muscles are going to have to compensate by expanding bigger and stronger. Get it? But that has nothing to do with lifting weights. You're not building your body lifting weights. You want to expand your body mass by getting fat and shit and putting water in your body, drinking like 2 gallons of milk a day. You know, you get these crazy people. Hey, man, you got to drink like a couple of gallons of milk a day and this and that, and you're going to gain muscle. You're going to get big. Well, you're carrying water weight all over your body. And so, yeah, your body's going to compensate by expanding a bit, not a lot. But then again, the more weight you put on, this artificial weight like water or fat, artificial weight, well, of course, gravity, your body is going to expand. But that has nothing to do with bodybuilding. That's not building your body. That's not bodybuilding. I don't know what that is, man. That's just some stupid shit. Dipshit.
But a lot of my other lifts are up. My incline is up. So a lot of my other lifts are up. And that's the way that we have to look at these things. So we need to understand this, though. Body fat will affect your leverages on some lifts. But again, it doesn't mean that bulking faster is going to make you get more muscle. It's just going to make the lift. So when we understand that, it's giving you...
No, it'll give you muscle. It'll expand the muscle. And that's what's giving you the force production. But bro, people are really stupid. Muscles make you stronger, okay? It's kind of obvious, but you're not building any muscle because you're stupid, all of you, okay? And so this guy says right away, he says, I got fat and my bench went up. Well, if you're carrying 30, 40 pounds, 50 pounds of fat, try walking around with a 50-pound fucking dumbbell in your backpack, okay? You put on 50 pounds of fucking fat, right? Let's say 50, 60, 70 pounds. Bro, you know how much that weighs down on your muscle and your bone? Holy shit, you have to carry that all day. Of course your muscle's going to expand. Of course your bench press is going to go up because you gained muscle, but you did it in a very archaic way. You understand me? A ridiculous way. I had to get fat to build muscle because I'm too stupid to build it in the gym because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm dumb. My name is Blaha. I don't know anything about exercise. I don't know anything about lifting. Duh.
And a leverage advantage on the lift that makes the...
So this is why I try to explain to all you fucking dumb people out there. All your fucking influencers, your fucking people. I went on a bulk diet and I built muscle. I went on a bulk diet and I built muscle. Well, does that have anything to do with bodybuilding? Did you build it because you lifted weights? Fuck, man, you have to be really retarded to not understand what the fuck is going on out there. None of your influencers know how to build muscles because they're stupid. You understand me? What dumb is? What dumb is?
Lift easier. Now, I don't make things like the deadlift harder. One, you're having to swing more weight up if you got more fat and more belly. Two, any sort of belly puts you in a less advantageous position.
Well, yeah, you have to carry that fat around, right? But your body compensated by what? By expanding your muscle, making you stronger. That's the...
position for the bottom of the movement. Okay? It's a reason a lot of fat guys have to roll the bar to get around their fat to get into a better start position because they can't reach down into it with the blubber in the way. Okay?
Oh, man.
It makes sense, especially if they're wearing straps or deadlift suit. Makes it way easier. Squat, the same thing happens. That belly fat, that thigh fat gives you squish out of the bottom. Okay? So if your fat is pushing against your thighs and your belly instead of a leaner guy, even at the same strength and muscle, you're going to have more force.
Think about it. Why do you think sumo wrestlers are so strong? They sumo wrest. They're big. They're massive. Because they're fat. And all that fat, your body has to compensate by what? Expanding the muscle and the bone. It has to make you strong to compensate, to carry that fat. If it didn't, you wouldn't be able to get up off the couch, man. Get it? It's kind of obvious.
At the bottom. Right? You can trampoline off that belly, bouncing off your thighs. As you lose body fat, you lose that mechanical advantage out of the bottom. And it's not that you're stronger or weaker, it's the leverages are different. The lift becomes physically harder or easier.
You know, the Italian army, the Roman army, they used to march their soldiers for miles, and they would carry, I think it was like 60 pounds on their back. They would carry 60 pounds, like in a backpack or something, on their back. And they would march them for miles carrying this shit. See what I mean? But the problem is, once you get back home after all that marching for miles with all that poundage, you're alleviating it because you're going to bed, you're sleeping. You don't sleep with it on your body, right? You go lay down, whatever. And some of the activities you do, you're not going to be carrying that weight all day, all night, all the time, 24 hours. So it's being relieved, and then you have to keep putting it back again. That's why it's frivolous. These weighted vests and everything, they never work. They never work, man. It's bullshit.
Easier based upon that fat. Okay, it doesn't mean that you've gained or lost strength or gained or lost muscle always. It just means the fat changes the leverages.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't do anything. Man, it's like Blaha. You see him pushing a sled outside and he's talking on a video call or something. He's wearing a weighted vest. It doesn't work. The weighted vest does nothing. It does nothing, bro. It just exhausts you from carrying all that weight. And he's like running up and down the street doing lives with the stupid vest on, pushing some shit. That's so dumb.
Can make it easier or more difficult. And so again, the squat and the bench press benefit from fat in terms of the amount of weight moved. Not
the squat and bench press benefit from the fat. They don't benefit from the fat. Man, it benefits from the amount of muscle from the gravitational loading of the fat onto the frame. Get it? That's what. The muscle expands in the bone. There's the benefits in mass, in muscle. You gained muscle, you gain strength. It's really simple.
The amount of force, say, that your muscles are generating at the tendon level always, although they can in the pecs, if you get some extra fat under there, it can adjust that. Okay? Whereas on the deadlift, it creates the opposite.
I guess Blaha will never know what builds muscle. He'll never, you know, it's funny, he'll die never even figuring it out or ever even trying to build muscle. He'll just keep pretending, faking it, getting fat, bulk diets, steroids, SARMs, creatine, water weight, 2 gallons of milk a day, all these stupid things that people are doing out there. And in the end, nada, a zero, or I got a stronger. If I get a stronger, I'll get a bigger. Yeah, sure. Hey, I got a stronger. How come I didn't get a bigger? Oh, because stronger don't get you bigger. Oh.
It can create some leverages, disadvantages. So gaining fat can make your deadlift more difficult. So again, this is stuff that we as coaches need to understand. It's something that we as lifters need to understand. And it's just the way that it is. So that's why for a lean guy to have a big bench, right, is relatively rare.
Now do you all of you out there understand why I'm a master at fucking bodybuilding? Why I'm a master? Because I understand it. I understand all of it inside and out. Because experience taught me that. You understand me? Experience, bro. You're talking almost over 45 years of experience. 45 years, bro. Since I was in Taekwondo, I discovered this shit. You understand me? I figured it out over time. It took me a while, but I figured it out over time because I don't know everything. We didn't have PubMed and all this science. The only reason I bring out the PubMed stuff, because one guy was giving me shit. He says, oh, well, you just read this PubMed, you put it up there. No, I didn't. You were the ones that were asking me to prove what I say. Remember, in all my old videos on my old channel, you know, even on my new channel, I proved everything that I say. But on my new channel, it's just slave videos, bro. I'm just making reaction videos. So you need to stop asking me questions about, you know, building muscle and everything. People need to refrain. This is not my old channel anymore. This is a slave channel. I don't do anything in here anymore. I don't do what I did like in my old channel. If you want me to go back to my old channel, ask Blaha to relinquish the copyright so that YouTube give me back my old channel, and then maybe I'll start educating people. I don't know.
Okay, because the weight moved, the leverages are different. It makes it a completely different beast. So, I mean, for example, look at my range of motion there on those sets of bench versus when you see some guys who only move at 6 or 7 inches. I mean, it matters. Physics matter. Right? Squish matter.
What the hell is he talking about?
And so you have to know these things if you're going to understand how bulking, cutting, and all these things will affect your big lifts.
See, how will bulking and cutting affect your lifts? Do power lifters bulk and cut? Well, he's going to say bodybuilders bulk and cut. No, real bodybuilders, we don't bulk and cut, bro. Let me explain something to you. Real bodybuilders, we don't bulk and we don't cut. We bodybuild. We bodybuild, but we don't bulk, we don't cut. You know who bulks and cuts? People that do concentric exercises, fake bodybuilders. Fake bodybuilders bulk and cut, and fake power lifters. They do this bulking shit and whatever because they don't know how to build bodies. So they want to look the part. In other words, they got a strong lift, their nervous system, they got their nervous system stronger, pushing a weight in the opposite direction of gravity, and their body did not grow. And so they want to look the part. They want to look intimidating. And the only thing they can do is get fat, like Blaha said. The only thing that you could do is get fat. But that's stupid. I got to get fat to build muscles. Whoa, fuck me, man. That's just crazy.
Okay, and understand that they're about leverage, not necessarily.
So lifting doesn't build muscles. Fat builds muscles, see? And strength. Fat builds strength, and fat builds muscles and strength. Lifting doesn't. So why go to the gym? What's the purpose of going to the gym? What's the point? I know, to look cool, lifting these weights like a yo-yo. Okay.
Necessarily about tension on the muscle. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today.
It's not, it's about tension on the muscles. Yeah, sure. That's all he has to say, thank God. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I told you, this is the kind of yo-yos you get online, like him.